welcome back to Boys and Ghouls Film Review, folks. I'm your host, Sarah Stephenson, and this is my co-host, Mike Stephenson.
Hi, guys.
So tonight we are doing a TV series that's a sort of supernatural horror...
paranormal drama TV series. Canadian, if you will.
Yes, we haven't done one in ages. Which is called Surreal Estate.
In one word.
I was going to call it... I wasn't sure how to say it, but I've...
Surreal Estate. S-U-R-E-A-L-E-S-T-A-T-E. Yeah, real estate, surreal estate. You know, you get the drift.
Yeah, and this one was released in 2021.
Exactly.
Not too long ago, obviously.
And that was the first season. And the second season was done in 2022.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to do a third one. Maybe it's still in the planning stages as we speak.
I haven't heard.
Yes.
However. Season 2 nearly didn't get done.
Really?
Yeah. It was premiered on whatever, and who made it? Sky, Sci-Fi, what it's called? I'll have it later. Anyway, they weren't going to renew it for a second season.
Damn.
And then they changed it. Oh, why not? Let's give it a go. And because people seem to like it. They probably look at the ratings. They go, I don't know. Yes, no, maybe.
I thought it was pretty cool.
We like it.
I don't think so. It's a new thing, you know. It's when I think about it.
It's different. It's something fresh, is it?
That's what I mean.
Now, a guy called George Olsen created the series. Like, so I gather he may have written it or enlisted writers, not sure. There's not a lot of information on these sort of things. So there is 2 seasons, as I mentioned before. 10 episodes in each season. Episode 1, 2001. Season 2, 2022.
Yeah.
Now, I'll go through some of the cast.
Right, go for
it. These are the main ones.
Yeah, okay. We won't go for the co-stars.
There's a team of people who work in the real estate business taking care of unclean houses, if you understand my drift. Now, Tom Rosen plays Luke Roman. He is a head of a real estate agency dealing with, drumroll, haunted houses. Sarah Levy, Levy, she plays Suzanne Island. She's a newcomer and she's a real people person, blah, blah, blah. And she gets up their nose a little bit because she's so nice. Yeah,
and also the fact...
And efficient and everything. Yeah.
And she's also trained in just ordinary real estate stuff.
Yeah, well, yeah, but it's okay. But it's also... these people aren't organised like she wants to be organised. Yeah. So anyway, Adam Corson, Korson, he plays a paranormal researcher and a former Catholic priest. Phil O'Reilly. Orley, sorry. Now, Morris Dean Wint, I think I know him from somewhere, I don't know. He plays a technology specialist, August Ripley. He does his designs, he does the designs and constructions, and he studies how the architecture connects to supernatural energy. There's a lady, Savannah Baisley, plays Zoe Lafont. Lafont? Or whatever. The front desk manager, who's part of the team, really.
Yeah, she's pretty cool. She's like a gothic, sort of gothic chic type person.
Whatever.
Which is kind of cool. Adds to the flavour in this type of thing. Think about it. Go on.
I will mention 2 other people. Tennille Reid, a bit of a sort of a love interest sort of Tim Rosen. She moved into a house that he has interest in, and he's sort of trying on-off sort of relationship with her. She's a nice lady. And I'll mention one other guy, because I like him. Art Hindle, Hindle. He plays Carl Roman, Luke's deceased father. He has been popping up a lot for season 1. I haven't finished watching season 2 yet, so I can't tell you if he pops up again. But we'll get into that a bit later. I won't mention anybody else.
I should also mention, guys, that Tim, he's also made an appearance in that Terror Train remake, along with sequels, obviously. You may remember, he played the magician.
Oh, he did.
A bit of a sexy but sinister type character. And here in this one, he comes off as a little bit sexy yet sinister.
But mysterious. Mysterious maybe better, yeah.
Is the best word for it.
Anyway, I've got nothing else to say because I don't have any background information on the thingy-wingies.
I gotta admit, though, this is a series that will take my sister's interest. I haven't introduced it to her as of yet.
She may
maybe
shortly.
we might introduce it to her on her next visit down to our place, just to make sure that she knows this might be a series that she may want to watch.
Weird things. Yeah, she's married with kids. And she's busy most of the time, so she doesn't get a lot of TV in, and when she does, she watches old movies and stuff. So we have to sort of bring her into the 21st century.
We've already actually seen with her the Friday the 13th series.
And Friday the 13th? You mean Warehouse 13?
No, Friday the 13th.
Have we?
The TV series.
Oh, we did, yeah.
Yes.
We did, yeah.
The Warehouse 13, obviously.
Yeah, and Warehouse 13.
And
all that, yeah.
The Twilight Zone, which is on... Well, this was years ago, obviously, that one. And I think it was... Did we do Night Gallery with her?
I don't think so, no. We should go back and revisit some of those old ones because they are really, really good. And that's where a lot of guys got their inspiration from to create the new product.
Yeah,
so,
and of course she got into Lucifer, the TV series. I couldn't get her away from that myself either.
Well.
But anyway, I do think Tim is quite, mysterious and sexy in a bit of a dusty kind of way when you think about it. In both roles, he did came off as a bit on the dusty.
I've made a mistake.
What's that?
Season 1 was 2021. It was renewed in 2022, but it didn't air till 2023.
Really?
Yeah.
That explains a lot.
So 21 and 23, yeah.
Weird.
But anyway, irrespective. I like to be accurate as possible. Anyway, do you want to tell the story about this?
Most of it's all just one haunted house, another haunted house, another haunted house.
Once upon a time, there was a guy called... what's his name? Luke Roman, who grew up in a strange relationship with his mother, who walked out, yada yada yada, and he keeps talking to his dad every day, who's dead. Can we actually build on a little bit?
Somehow Luke has this ability to see ghosts.
Yes, he talks to the other side.
And he used to do ordinary real estate stuff like everyone else, but then he he realized that he could use his abilities to kind of exorcise the ghosts and demons from haunted houses.
And then sell them.
Sell them. And of course, most of the time in this series, I kept thinking he gets approached by other competitive real estate guys who see him as a joke.
However, they ask for his help occasionally.
But they ask for his help, in any case, just to smooth over...
Because their client thinks the place is haunted, so they get the haunted professionals in there to clean it so they can sell it.
And I keep wondering to myself that it would have been funny, or just in a funny way, that they would pull a Scooby-Doo type thingy with him, like just to pull him, like try to get under his skin and try to make out, is he a phony or just a freak?
Yeah, exactly right. But as it develops, they keep saying, well, his competitor from another agency is constantly goading him, but she's asking, I've got 6 houses I need to clean, and you'll get part of the commissions and everything else, and yada, 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 and that sort of stuff.
Ching, 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 ching.
Clean. And they got rid of all the ghosties and the demons and stuff,
Yeah, and of course we meet Susan. She's our newest member of the group, and she's a bit, she follows it by the real estate rules.
She was trained in whatever practice, real estate schools, whatever they do. And she's a very much an efficient lady who likes systems in place to make sure everything gets done properly.
Yeah, and when they did the exercising for the second house in episode 2, she decides to go behind their backs and tries to sell it to a client, but something goes wrong. She doesn't inform anyone about what she was doing, and this angers Luke in a bad way because she was not supposed to go behind their back. I don't care about the sale so much as more about the safety of the public from these evil spirits.
And some of them are evil.
Yeah, some of them are even demons or...
let's get over... It's just talk about the individuals. Let's talk about some of the storylines and stuff.
Okay, one of the episodes, the first episode, deals with a woman named Megan, who's living in a house that belonged to her late father. And this one's extraordinary because in this one, it's got some really sinister history behind it. Because it turns out in the basement, in a sort of a extended wine cellar, there was a sort of a portal that leads to a ghost dimension, if you will.
Exactly. And this is this house plays a major part in the series too.
Yeah. Of course, in the end, they do eventually seal up that part of the wine cellar, and there's also a Cerberus dog guarding the portal.
Cerberus, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, sort of like those stories you hear in Greek mythology about the Cerberus who guards the Netherworld.
Something like that.
And stuff like that.
That must be Hades' dog.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Meg and Luke, they sort of form a bit of a relationship because he keeps going back to her house because that's the house where his late mother disappeared inside, or so we think.
Supposedly she went inside and never came out again.
Yeah.
Yes, that's a story that goes behind
That's the story that goes.
But we find out it's not really the story, is it?
No. And he also starts seeing her in the house, and once they thought they fixed up the house at one point, somehow... the spirits are still hovering.
See, what the problem is, we'll work on this house for a minute. The problem is with this house, that portal was a portal not to let ghosts into our realm. It was to let them go from our realm into the spirit world as a one-way. And because they actually sealed it, the psychic energy in this house was building up.
Yeah.
And around the area too as well, I think. Well, a bit like Ghostbusters. Yeah.
Like if you keep like I said, that's a portal to the spiritual spirit world.
So that by episode 10, they opened it up and all the spirits in the area managed to go through the portal, go to where they're supposed to be.
Yeah. And
cleaned everything up, which was a problem.
Yeah.
For Luke.
Yeah.
Because his connection to the other world was his dead
stillborn sister.
Dead twin stillborn sister.
Yeah.
And she was one of the ghosts in the house. And when they opened the portal, she got dragged through and went on to where she's supposed to be. And he lost his psychic abilities at the end of the series. We don't know if he gets them back. We're still watching.
Finding out.
Yeah, we're still watching. Yeah.
There's some interesting houses in this. Like, it's not just ghosts trapped. It's sometimes demons and sometimes poltergeist activities.
Yeah. Hey, there's one there we saw too. There's a man, an old man, contacted the agency. Susan, what her name is, to help sell his house because he needed their help in trying to get photographs of the inside of the place. They had some low-life tenants in there, so she sort of worked it out with the younger girl at the age who go in there and to trick them into letting him in and taking photographs. And in the end, they found out the guy who had asked them to get rid of these living guys was actually been dead for 8 years. And so a ghost actually asked them to get rid of the living, so to speak. Interesting. Yeah.
I guess it was an interesting twist.
Yeah, it was fun.
Another interesting twist. There was this. We watched one of the episodes. I think it was either the 8th or 9th one. I'm not sure. Where in that one, it deals with a married couple who were going to get married, and it turns out it wasn't the house that was haunted. It was an ancient curse that was following his family line, meaning
the first love. Yeah, the first love the guy would marry would die on or before the wedding day or something or other, wasn't it?
Yeah, and it's sort of and it kind of went through their family line, like, and he didn't know about it. He assumed that there was nothing there, but it seemed to occur. And eventually they pinpoint the history behind it and the previous deaths that connected the families.
So what they did, they
had a wedding there.
Had a actually, one of the guys who said used to be a Catholic priest, so he married them, much to the annoyance of the spirit.
Yeah.
And it was making a lot of noise and a lot of wind and rattling chains and rattling the building. And soon said, I now pronounce you man and wife. The curse was broken.
Yeah. The loop is finished.
Yep.
And of course, there's one where this house allows the people who enter it turn young, like teen young. Wouldn't you say?
Well, yeah, it was supposed to. They turned them to about 16 years old and wanted to give them everything they wanted, so they wouldn't want to go back outside again.
Yeah.
You stay here, and I'll look after you, and I'll give you
everything
you wanted. Protect you from society. You won't have to go to work. You'll have food, alcohol, computer games, TV programs, whatever you want. Yeah, the house would give you. Problem is, you have to stay there forever, and and it didn't actually work, did it? No.
It turned out that there was one problem because all 4 investigators entered the house, and it somehow couldn't necessarily give them everything everyone's desires.
Yes, so because it was spreading its power too thin. How's that?
Yeah.
They realised it was fake.
Yeah, one boy, I think it was Phil, who he was flipping through a book and it just had the first one of the chapters from Moby Dick.
No, one page.
One page from Moby Dick.
It was only one page. Open the book, opens page. That was the only page in the book that the
house could ever...
that the house could manipulate or manifest. So, one page of a book, and of have a lot, have a whole book, say 200 pages.
Same
doesn't
with
tell you a lot, does it?
Yeah, same with Luke, who was playing a video game console, and he kept on not going to the next level.
Yeah, and the problem was, his score wasn't changing, so the computer game, a PC game, or whatever you want to call it, wasn't changing, upgrading, because the house didn't have the power to do all this. It was just too hard. Yeah, and it wasn't. It was technologically challenged. How's that?
Yeah. There's some interesting ones here where I can't go through many of them at the moment, and most of it's a bit of from the imaginations of the filmmakers, and the writers. Others from real known, true, probably based off real true things that real people, eyewitnesses, have experienced. Wouldn't you say?
Quite possibly.
Like shaky chandeliers, weird noises in the night, weird apparitions that you cannot explain away.
I get that every night at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm laying in bed at night.
Creak, creak, creak.
And I hear a creak. I hear a door opening. I hear pitter-patter of tiny little feet.
Yeah, me.
And then her toilet flushing. And I hear pitter-patter of tiny little feet. Door closing. It's Sarah.
Well,
we're sharing a toilet now, and honestly, we're getting our bathroom redone at the moment. Yeah.
Anyway,
she's spooking me at the moment.
Anyway, most of it's all all this, not all the same story. It does have character development here and there, and I can't wait to see what they have in store for season 2 myself, obviously, because I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of spooks will be in the closet. Like what kind of skeletons will pop out next, if there are going to be skeletons.
Will we see Michael Myers or Jason Voorhees or friends of theirs?
That's true. Oh, I should mention that Susan, she also has a psychic or sort of ability.
She's a telekinetic, and she has psychokinetic powers. How's that?
I think that was probably one of the reasons why Luke hired her. He probably looked into her background and found out that she was a psychic.
Would that be in your resume?
It may not have been written on a resume, but maybe Phil or even August, looked into her background check-wise and found out that she may have had an ability that was no doubt not in her resume, but no doubt it would show in other places like doctors and stuff like that, medical history, stuff like that.
Big Brother is watching. Hey.
Anyway, that's the series. Sorry, I'm jumping ahead.
We are glossing out. We don't want to tell you the story, so if we tell you the whole story, you won't have any reason to watch it, will you?
Yeah,
No, that makes it really hard.
The interesting thing about these things is sometimes it's demons, sometimes it's ghosts, sometimes it's vengeful demons. It's just could be just the house itself.
And they've got things like there's one there it appeared to be the ghost of a little girl trying to manipulate another child into being my best friend sort of thing. If you were my friend, you would do this and blah blah, and it's creating problems. And it's actually a demon. That sort of stuff.
Yeah, and we also saw another one with dealing with a child, but this one was a real child that once upon a time died and then somehow began to haunt this house and started haunting a musician, obviously. And and for a while it was not so life-threatening, but that's what starts off in some of these haunts. Not so life-threatening,
but it can develop.
But then it develops as you acknowledge it. That's what they tell me in
you empower it, has it?
Yeah. The more you engage in the spirit, the more it starts really manifesting in a horrible, creepy way.
Exactly.
I never experienced it firsthand, but that's usually what happens in some of these stories.
Somewhat.
Yeah. And some of these movies.
Okay.
Anyway, so you know our thoughts on it. So now it's time to do the other stuff.
We are a little bit, yeah.
I know I'm rushing
this
ahead.
is really short. I mean, it's really hard because if we went through every episode, then we'll be on air for a couple of hours. So, and if we don't want to talk about the individual episodes, then we're on here for a lot shorter. So,
yeah.
However, I'll find some stuff to pad that just a little bit. Here we go. Excuse me. Doesn't tell you much here. No, I got no information at all. There you go. It is Canadian, like I said, and a lot of good things have been coming out of Canada, and hopefully they'll keep up. Now, I will touch on something here to availability, but we'll grade it in a minute. Now, this is more of a streaming one, I think.
Yeah, it
is.
So
SBS On Demand, I believe that's there. It'll probably be in other places as well. Amazon, I can't find any listing, even though one of the sites went to said Amazon Prime's got it. I didn't see a link. eBay does have the series for sale. Season 1 and Season 2. So if you go looking, you will find it. And it's probably, I haven't looked, but it may well be on YouTube as well. Did you look YouTube?
No. Okay. I couldn't find it. Sorry, guys.
Okay. No, you might not. Maybe I'm not sure. But anyway,
you won't always necessarily find things on YouTube.
No,
sometimes people
I just said it's an alternative. Okay, but it's on SBS On Demand, and you can buy it through eBay. So if you have a look around for usual supplies and streaming services, you may well find it.
Yeah. I do like the houses they film this in. I'm not sure if they're real or just really done the CGI. I'm hoping that they're real ones because I like actual film locations out there, and I don't like it when people just naturally just make fake sets and then, a few days later they're torn down or replaced or something like that. We've had a film over here that was made that's still being talked about called Boy Swallowed Universe.
Well, it's a series, mini-series, 7 episode.
And it's been filmed all over parts of Brisbane, I should say.
Well, it's in different parts of Brisbane, yeah.
Yeah, and it's still talked about to this day.
Well, it's new. What do you mean still talked about? It's ain't new.
Because, and we were lucky enough to meet the author, as it turns out. He seems like a nice...
Trent Dalton, was it?
Yeah, Trent Dalton.
Yeah.
He seems like a nice guy, and he based it on his life story.
Yeah, he grew up in that sort of environment, and the book he wrote and the series were based partly on his family. Let's say about 70% to 80% based on his family. Yeah. So, yeah. a couple of a bit of changes there to make it a bit more interesting. But yeah, there were a lot of truth in it, which is interesting. If I wouldn't want to be in his family, there's a few problems there.
Yeah, it's been an interest. I do like the fact that in Surreal Estate, Surreal Estate, it's got an interesting. It's amazing that this sort of thing has not come forward before. You know, a supernatural TV series about haunted houses, not real ones, but, you know, ones that deal with real estate to, trying to save the people inside those houses.
Ghostbusters did it.
Yeah. And sort of. I remember one of the people, I think it was Susan, who said, "Who are you going to call?" I think that was so funny, that part. That was a bit of a good...
a bit of an Easter egg there,
Easter egg there. Anyway, so go on, Mike. Do you have it?
What was I going to say? Was there anything?
Oh, I think...
No, I'm just adding that little bit. But Ghostbusters, they went to different places. We are going to that. We're going to get rid of your ghost or demon or what. Yeah. Well, they did it, and... there were some old movies made there. I just can't remember the names of them now. Ghost Breakers and different things. They've always had the things about haunted houses, but when you get into a TV series, you got to stretch the imagination a bit to make it interesting. I think they've done it reasonably well.
Yeah. I almost wish, like Mike says here, that I do hope somehow they'll be able to make a season free out of this one, because I don't want it to just end, just because I don't know why. I mean, I just think it's sad that they didn't consider making a season 2 halfway through. Wouldn't you say, Mike?
Sorry.
Remember they were not going to make a season 2?
No,
they considering not to.
I think Sky, Sci-Fi Channel, whatever it is, Sci-Fi Channel, production company, whatever it's called. We're waiting to see what the reception and the viewing was going to be like. Yeah, is it going to be well accepted? And I said, well, borderline. No, we won't renew it. And then they relented and said, no, okay, we'll make a season 2. Yeah, it must have been sitting on the fence there somewhere. Yeah, so and there's no word on season 3 that I'm aware of at this point in time. Hopefully there will be. If there's no good game for season 3 if they've exhausted all the good stories. Otherwise, you're going to be rehashing or making boring crap.
Right. And
if you've got crap, people are going to watch it. Yeah.
True.
And that's what's going to be. So if they find it's good, it's finished. They've done 20 episodes. That's about its life expectancy. Let's go out on a high instead of trying to milk it.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
I just wouldn't mind hoping that...
It would be nice.
It would be nice. Anyway, so let's rate this now, because I don't have anything else to add to this one.
Otherwise, we just talking about that. How's the cat going? Oh, very nice.
Meow, meow.
Yeah, that sort of stuff.
Meow, meow.
Yeah. How's your pussy going? You got a pussycat? We got a little pussycat here, and we got our grand pussycats coming out to see us tomorrow. Two little kittens. They're about 4 months old now?
Yeah, I don't know.
4 or 5 months old.
I could be wrong.
We got little Snuggles, the girl, and what's that one called?
Jerry,
the little boy. He's a cheeky boy. He's discovered that if he comes down here, he doesn't need legs, because this person sitting next to me picks him up and cuddles him and carries him around the house. He doesn't need legs no more.
I like cuddling him. Give me credit. I mean, it's a little hard to get even a cuddle from my niece and nephews now. But
the dog that we're going to get comes down to visit tomorrow as well, and she's a beautiful 2-year-old Cooley, I think it is. It's a cross collie, something or other. It's a beautiful dog, and she's very quiet and timid because she's been damaged a bit in previous owners. But we're trying to make her loved or feel loved. Yeah.
So let's rate this before we go.
That was a bit of fill work, wasn't it? Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. As a TV series goes, I mean, I've watched a lot of TV series over the years. Sci-fi, horrors, and other good groovy things, and anthologies, and blah blah. This is pretty good. It's up there with all the other ones. So, storyline's fresh, acting's not bad, characters are believable, yada yada yada. All the good bits. I'm going to give it a 9.
Yeah, I do like the characters. They pull these pull the whole thing together.
Yeah.
Especially the guy who's Tim's character. I do think he comes off as very mysterious and who loves a bit of mystery.
No, he's got something about his personality. He's a good-looking guy, but he's got an air of mystery about him, and
that's probably why the reasons why they used him for Terror Train the remake.
Yeah, you're good-looking guy. You think, oh, good-looking guy, yeah, but he got something else. He got that good-looking guy, but there's this. I'm not just a pretty face. There's something deeper in here, and he covers it really well in his personality. It's quite good. Yeah.
All right. So I'm going to give it 9 out of 10 myself.
Well, there you go then.
So you know our thoughts on it. So it's up to you guys to actually try to find it, and I'm not even sure if it's still streaming at this point at that spot that Mike's been referring to.
No, well, like I said, that's where I've found out the information. If it's on a streaming site and it is doing well, you will find it on a streaming site because that's how they make money.
Yeah.
However, what I was going to say is, if you look around, there's more than one streaming site, and if other people have jumped into it, you'll probably find it. Yeah, if not, it's not expensive to buy. It's not expensive to buy. Look, yeah. So yeah, you
can actually buy it on DVD.
You buy on DVD, through eBay. Yeah, you can buy it. It's not that expensive, so but it's a good watch. But if I didn't look on YouTube, so I don't know whether it's there. If you can find it on YouTube, at least one or two of them, quality unknown, obviously. Have a look if you like it. Then you know what it's going to be like, and then go buy it. But
I did see teeny weeny clips, like 1 minute long ones.
Give us a samples. Yeah, there you go.
But they weren't very long stuff, so don't expect.
But we'll give you a sampler, and then you get. Oh, that's probably going to expect. That looks pretty good. Yeah. Look, try. Just do it.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway, so
no.
you know our views, and now it's up to you guys to actually go and actually watch the thing. So that's about it for us guys today.
Yeah, it is a short one. Yeah.
It's a short one. So we'll see you guys for our next one, which will be later on, obviously. So this is Sarah Stephenson
and Michael
saying see you guys around on Boys and Ghouls Film Review. Bye for now, and have a good week. Bye.
Bye, guys.